Silence speaks louder than words. When you suddenly go quiet, she doesn't just notice it, she feels it deep inside. And here's the harsh reality. The moment you stop talking is the exact moment she starts overthinking the most. Welcome back to Brainerify On. Today we're diving into what truly happens inside her mind when you choose silence. If you've ever asked yourself what she secretly feels when you stop calling, stop texting, and stop chasing, this video is going to change the way you see things. Stay with me until the end because once you fully understand this, you'll never beg for attention again. 1. Her ego starts speaking before her heart does. When you go silent, the first thing that gets disturbed isn't her emotions, it's her ego. Women live in a world where attention constantly surrounds them. Messages, compliments, likes, looks, validation. It's always there. For many women, attention becomes so normal it feels almost invisible, like air. They rarely notice it until it disappears. And when you, the man who used to contribute to that attention, suddenly pull away, the silence doesn't just feel unusual, it feels personal. Before her feelings even catch up, her ego starts asking questions. Why hasn't he called me? Did he forget about me? Or even worse, does he not want me anymore? At first, she'll try to act unaffected. She'll tell herself she's too important to care. She may laugh about it with friends, pretend it means nothing, maybe even post online to prove she's thriving. But deep inside, one question keeps growing louder. Why him? Why is he the only one not giving me the attention I'm used to? This is where silence becomes more powerful than words. Because the ego hates being ignored far more than the heart hates rejection. If rejection is direct and obvious, she can process it. But silence is different. Silence leaves room for questions. Silence forces the mind to wander. And in that empty space, her ego slowly starts losing control. That's why silence can be so powerful. It doesn't only create curiosity, it shakes her pride. It changes the entire dynamic. Suddenly she's no longer the woman sitting comfortably while men compete for her attention. Now she's the one waiting, wondering, doubting. That shift hits her confidence harder than she wants to admit. And understand this clearly. When her ego is wounded, she rarely shows it openly. She may act colder. She may seem distant. She may even try to make you jealous. But all of that is only a cover for what's really happening underneath. And underneath, she's thinking about you far more than she wants to. Most men never experience this because they can't stay silent. They rush to chase, to explain, to text, to call. But if you stay grounded, if you allow her ego to sit in that silence, you'll discover something important. Your silence isn't weakness, it's self-control. And the moment her ego starts questioning itself, that's when the chase quietly begins. 2, she begins testing your patience. When you go silent, don't expect her to instantly come running back. Women process things differently. Her first reaction usually isn't, I miss him. Instead, it's more like, let's see how long he can keep this up. Whether she realizes it or not, it becomes a test. Think about it this way. Silence triggers something in her mind. At first, it affects her ego, but when she notices you're still staying quiet, she changes strategy. She tells herself, if I wait long enough, he'll break first. He'll come back chasing. Deep down, she wants to know what kind of man you really are. Are you the type who collapses under pressure, or the type who stays steady in chaos? So she starts playing subtle games. She may intentionally delay replies. She may ignore your stories. She may post things she knows could grab your attention. A night out, a new outfit, maybe even another guy in the picture. None of it is accidental. It's all designed to see whether you'll react emotionally. Most men fail at this stage. They panic the moment they see her post something. Then comes the emotional paragraph, the desperate message, the attempt to fix everything, and without realizing it, they hand all the power back to her. She relaxes because now she knows the silence wasn't real. You were simply waiting for her attention. The second she resisted, you folded. But if you don't fold, everything changes. If you stay calm and grounded, her tests begin turning against her. The more she tries to provoke a reaction and gets nothing back, the more unsettled she becomes. She starts wondering, why isn't this affecting him? Every other guy would have cracked already. Why is he different? And that's the moment the test reverses. What started as her measuring your strength becomes proof that you actually have it. Silence only works when you hold it long enough for her to truly feel it. If you break too quickly, it signals weakness. But if you remain composed, you pass the test without saying a single word. This part isn't easy. Your emotions will push you to react. But real strength is calmness. Real power is patience. And when she sees that in you, you stop being just another man in her notifications. You become the one she can't stop thinking about. 3. Curiosity slowly becomes obsession. Here's the psychology most people never talk about. Silence creates emptiness, and the human mind hates emptiness. Whenever there's missing information, the brain fills the gap with imagination, and imagination is always more intense than reality. At first, she's simply curious. Why hasn't he texted? What's he doing? That's normal. But as the silence continues, curiosity starts becoming dangerous for her because unanswered questions grow stronger over time. Eventually, it stops being curiosity and starts becoming obsession. Imagine her lying in bed scrolling through her phone. Usually, she'd fall asleep after your texts or conversations. But now there's nothing. Just silence. And suddenly her thoughts won't stop. Is he talking to someone else? Is he really done with me? Has he forgotten me completely? The more she asks herself these questions, the more restless she becomes. That's the hidden power of silence. It turns you into the center of her imagination. And imagination often creates a version of you that feels stronger, more mysterious, more valuable than reality ever did. When you were always available, you seemed ordinary. But your absence forces her mind to build a version of you she can't escape. And here's something most men misunderstand. Women don't only miss a man, they miss how that man made them feel. When you disappear, she starts craving those feelings again. Your jokes, your voice, your energy, the little things that separated you from everyone else. And because you're absent, those memories become amplified. Your absence grows larger than your presence ever was. This is where obsession quietly takes over. She may check your social media repeatedly. She may look through your followers. She may even ask mutual friends about you while pretending she doesn't care at all. That's the contradiction. Silence makes her care more while showing it less. And the most powerful part is this. You don't even need to do anything. The obsession grows because you stop doing everything. Most men don't understand this. Attention feels good, but absence leaves a lasting impact. The key is allowing her to stay in that uncertainty. Don't rush to explain yourself. Don't hand her the answers she's searching for, because the less she knows, the more she wants to discover. And that's exactly how curiosity evolves into obsession.